you ever wondered how average guys win over the most attractive girls? It's not about looks, it's about skills. By the end of this video, you'll master the skills that make any girl addicted to you. Let's get started. Number 9. Talk less, listen more. We've all been there. You're on a date, trying to impress, and before you know it, you're talking and talking about yourself. But there's a simple trick that can change everything. Talk less and listen more. Most men make the mistake of dominating the conversation, not realizing that attentive listening is what really makes a difference. Think about those moments when you felt truly heard and understood. That's the feeling of connection you're aiming to create. When she speaks, listen with intention. It's not just about nodding your head, but showing genuine interest with your whole body. Lean in a bit, make eye contact, ask relevant questions. Remember that friend who always seems to be with attractive women? Have you ever wondered why? He's probably a good listener. Paying attention to her words not only makes her feel valued but also sets you apart from other men. When you give her the space to express herself, you show that her voice matters. Number 8. Play it cool. I understand this might sound contradictory, but what's the secret behind maintaining a bit of mystery in your interactions? It's a more strategic approach. When a conversation is going well, it can be tempting to keep impressing her, but maintaining a bit of mystery is also important. Imagine you're enjoying a delicious meal. If you devour it immediately, you miss the opportunity to savor it. The same goes here. Keep a balance between attention and controlled indifference. Sometimes, stepping back and not always being available can increase her interest. If you don't talk to her for a few days, watch how she reacts. If she asks if everything's okay, it's a sign you've likely caught her interest. This technique, although simple, can be very effective. Number 7. Show that you have options. I understand how frustrating it can be to invest time and energy in a woman and not see the results you hope for. It's easy to focus solely on her, especially if you think she's the perfect person for you. But here's a different perspective that can change your approach and potentially your success. What different perspective could completely change your approach to relationships and take your success to the next level? Don't put all your eggs in one basket. Yes, give her attention, but also show that you have other options. This isn't about being disloyal or dishonest, but about demonstrating that you're a valued man with options. Psychologists say that a bit of jealousy can catch someone's attention. So, instead of focusing exclusively on her, socialize with other women, especially when she's around. Watch her reaction. If she starts acting differently, maybe shows a bit of annoyance or changes her tone when talking to you, that's your sign that she's interested. She doesn't like seeing you with other girls because she's starting to realize that you're a desirable man. This approach might sound bold, but it's an effective way to gauge her real interest. Number 6. End conversations on a high note. It's natural to want to continue a great conversation, especially when things are going well. But here's the trick. End the conversation while she's still interested. Do you know why people get hooked on certain experiences? Because they leave them wanting more. Apply the same principle to your conversations. When you're in the middle of an interesting chat, leave it on a high point. This not only keeps her interest but also makes you memorable. She'll start looking forward to talking to you again, craving that positive feeling you leave her with. Imagine becoming a positive habit in her life, someone whose company she longs for. This move makes you irresistible and keeps her hooked on the way you make her feel. So remember, end the conversation when it's most interesting. It's a surefire way to make her want more of you and your company. Number 5. The 3-minute theory. Listen, I know how frustrating it can be to try to connect with someone and feel like you're not making progress. Here's a powerful technique, the 3-minute theory. Psychologists have found that the more familiar a person is with you, the more likely they are to develop feelings for you. But how do you create that familiarity quickly? Here's the trick. Use her name. Yes, a person's name is music to their ears. During the first 3 minutes of conversation, naturally use her name 3 times. For example, "That's a good point, Maria," or "What do you think, Anna?" This technique creates a sense of closeness and trust. Remember not to overdo it. Saying her name too many times can seem strange, but integrated subtly, it can be surprisingly effective. It's like planting a seed of connection and trust. Try it and watch how it changes the dynamics of your conversations. Number 4. The power of a slight smile. Let's talk about something crucial: facial expressions. I know it can be hard to maintain a positive attitude, especially if things aren't going as you'd hoped. But here's a small change that can make a big impact: a slight smile. It may seem like an insignificant change, but what impact could a slight smile really have on your interactions? Keep watching and transform how others perceive you. Your body language communicates more than you think. Almost 70% of your communication is nonverbal. When you talk to a woman, make sure to have a slight smile. We're not talking about an exaggerated smile but a subtle one. This small expression makes you seem approachable and pleasant. If you carry a neutral expression, your conversations can seem dull. But with a slight smile, you automatically become more interesting and attractive. It's a small change, but it can transform how others perceive you and how they feel around you. Number 3. Building familiarity. I know how difficult it can be to feel invisible or not know how to leave a lasting impression. Here's a powerful strategy: the compliment game. Building familiarity is key for a woman to feel attracted to you, and compliments are an effective tool to achieve this. Giving a genuine compliment can boost someone's self-esteem and make you memorable. Notice the small details. If you see that a woman is wearing a special piece of jewelry or a well-thought-out outfit, mention it. For example, "I love that necklace, it really complements your style." Women put a lot of care into choosing their accessories, and by recognizing those personal touches, you stand out from others. Don't worry if it doesn't come out perfect at first. This takes practice. Over time, you'll become more natural at it. Remember, building familiarity through genuine compliments can make her addicted to your presence. Number 2. Finding the right topic. I understand the anxiety a first date can generate, especially when you want to make a good impression. Here's an important key: choosing the right topics to talk about. Yes, choosing the right topics is crucial. But what's the key to finding those topics that generate an instant connection? When you're on a date, focus on topics that generate agreement and connection. Avoid controversial topics that can lead to disagreements. The first date is not the time to debate politics or religion. Instead, look for common interests and light topics that you both enjoy. Also, don't feel the need to impress with exaggerated stories or boast about your achievements. It's not a competition to see who is more impressive. Keep the conversation real. Talk about your passions, things that make you happy, and ask about her interests. This will not only make you more attractive but also lay a solid foundation for future interactions. Number 1. Appropriate gifts. I know how complicated it can be to know what to give, especially when you're just getting to know a girl. It's a delicate terrain and easy to misinterpret. But here's the key: know your limits and choose gifts that are appropriate and meaningful. If you've recently met a girl and she agreed to go out with you, a simple bouquet of flowers can work wonders. It's a classic, romantic, and well-received gesture. It shows that you care and think about her without being excessive. Avoid extravagant gifts like heart-shaped chocolate boxes or, worse, a new car. That can make her feel pressured, and instead of impressing her, you might push her away. The key is to show care and respect. A well-thought-out and simple gift can make her night magical and leave a lasting impression. Remember, if a girl doesn't reciprocate your gestures, don't get discouraged. Confidence is fundamental. Every interaction is an opportunity to learn and improve your social skills. Keep practicing the techniques we've discussed in this video. The combination of confidence and genuine care will make you irresistible. Keep your head up because there are many women who would appreciate your company and what you have to offer. Now that you know them, will you use them to your advantage? Did you already know them? Tell me your experience in the comments. And before you go, I want to invite you to watch the next video, where you'll learn how to make a woman miss you like you wouldn't believe. Join this exclusive group, in the link in the description, and be part of the evolution. If this content has been useful to you, show it with a like and subscribe. See you soon, Supreme.